Front Row Promotions, supporting and promoting musicians around the globe.
Hey, Lisa here. Lisa Melchert coming to you live on Front Row Promotions. How are you doing tonight? Tonight we have a special guest in the house, and his name is Chris Hicks. Chris Hicks has dedicated a lifetime to mastering the guitar. His journey led him through various cover bands and nationally touring tribute bands. After years of interpreting other artists' work, Chris decided to create his own style of music, his own. So therefore, Chris Hicks Project was formed, introducing the world to the unique sound of creativity and music expertise. The Chris Hicks Project is a celebration of originality and musical brilliance. Experience the magic and immerse yourself in the captivating world of Chris Hicks instrumental artistry. Please help me welcome Curtain Call Records' very own Chris Hicks Project. Hi, Chris. How are you?
How's it going? How's it going?
Good. Welcome to Front Row Promotions. How are you? How's it out there? How's it out there in Ohio land?
It's great. It's awesome.
Great. So I always wanted to ask, how long, or no, let me ask this question. How did you get into doing what you're doing with the shredding?
You want the short story or the long one?
You can condense whatever you want, however you want to put it.
All right. Cover bands and tribute bands for most of my life, but in the last 3 years, I joined with some guys playing original music, and I kept fooling around on the guitar doing leads, and everybody liked it. They thought it was great. They're like, you can hold your own just doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think so, but they thought so. So I kept at it. A year later, I had a whole bunch of music and put it on the radio, and it took off.
Awesome.
Here we are, somehow.
Very good. Very cool. So what bands did you play with? What type of bands? I mean, like, what were they?
They were mostly tribute bands. I did Destroyer, the Kiss tribute band, for about 12 years out of New England. We toured 4 countries in every state in America at least 3 times.
Nice.
I did Believer, an Aussie tribute band, and Crazy Train, both from New England. I think Believer was #2 in the United States for a few years. And I was back wild doing that. So I had to learn all these guitar players' style and how to do,
Yeah.
I did cover bands too, but they were just, weekend warrior stuff.
Absolutely. So, how long did it take to learn to do that style of playing guitar at the shredding?
I've always had it. I've been doing it forever.
Awesome. That is so cool.
It's just really easy.
That's good. It comes easy to you.
I don't really have to work at it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's just a natural ability.
You're a natural, huh? I see. So when did you pick up that guitar and say, this is what I'm going to do?
Maybe when I was 9.
Oh, wow.
I had an acoustic.
Uh-huh.
I probably played on it for maybe 5, 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
The action was terrible. Strings were off the neck like this.
Uh-oh.
And
Okay.
yeah, that's how I learned how to play on that until I was about 13 or 14. And then my parents finally got me electric. And by then, my fingers were so strong, I was able to fly.
Oh, wow. So it's like practicing all of that time and getting all that. And I know it does with your calluses. It would, you got to get
Yeah,
used to your fingers.
just
And
got to
then,
do it. Yeah, at least a couple hours a day, and you'll strengthen right up. You'll be able to do
okay. That sounds good. Sounds good. So who inspired you? Who was your inspiration?
it. I grew up listening to everything, especially my parents' music from Elvis, Beatles, all the way up.
Absolutely. I did too.
I'm from the 80s, so, but
Yes.
80s is great. I would have to say, all your famous people from Randy Rhoads to George Lynch, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Eric Johnson, Yngwie Malmsteen,
Yes.
Eddie Van Halen.
Oh, I
The
love him.
There's,
Absolutely.
there's just some of them that I can think of, but there's a whole bunch. They're all
And the
great.
list just goes on and on and on.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That was the time to be. I mean, that was the best time in the 80s because you had all that rock and roll. Everybody was doing their own style of it. And just couldn't get enough of it, and it
yeah, it
was
was
just,
great.
it was awesome.
Yep, it was
So,
definitely the best era of music I think that ever was. It's the music today is still good.
hmm
It really evolved. The technology really grew in that era, and that was people were trying really hard to outdo each other. So I mean, you had a lot of guitar heroes,
yeah,
you had phenomenal vocals,
absolutely.
incredible drummers. I mean, it was quite the show when you went to see a band back then. Def Leppard, Ozzy Osbourne, the Iron Maiden. The shows were just
It was
huge.
phenomenal. I mean, you saw a show and you got your money's worth with it. And I'm telling you,
It probably took 2018 wheelers to bring it in, but boy, it was worth it for the kids. We loved it.
absolutely, absolutely. If I could push a button to take me back to someplace, that's where I would go. 1985, 84, 82. The
Yeah.
whole span of the 1980s. That's where I would go. um, so who have you collaborated with, and who would you like to collaborate with?
Hmm. I've collaborated with a couple of guys in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, band called Downcore. They're really good.
Who is it?
Downcore.
Downcore. Okay, sounds
And
cool.
that's how I started writing music with them. They were writers, and I joined in. That's how I learned.
Awesome.
Anybody really? I mean, I've just been doing my own thing for so long now.
That is so cool. You're doing your own, and you're doing, with the shredding, and like all your songs that I've noticed. One of my questions are, like, how do you come up with the names of the songs?
Okay, this is gonna be hilarious. Not only did it take me a whole year to figure out all this recording crap,
Okay.
there's a lot to it. And playing all the instruments and programming drums and everything.
Mm.
I don't know. I make a song and I'm like, what am I going to call it? And whatever pops in my head, I just call it. I'm like, I'll change it later. But then it ends up going out. Friends stop playing. It gets passed around. Next thing I know, it's on the radio. I'm like, well, looks like that one's called Heavy. Looks like that one's called Little Joe. It's just whatever comes to mind. I don't put any rhyme or reason into any of it.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if it like Little Joe. I didn't know if it had like like a person that you were relating to.
Well, yeah,
Or
I'm thinking of, I'm playing and I'm like, this sounds so much like Joe Satriani. My God. I'm like,
oh, okay.
I'll
Okay.
just call it Little Joe. I'm Little Joe.
I like it.
I'm a little miniature version of that guy, if you want to
Yes,
call it.
absolutely. I
So
mean,
I thought it would be funny, you know.
absolutely. Now, tell me a little bit about "Into the Night." That's the newest song that you're promoting there.
Yep.
Okay, so if you can tell me a little bit about that.
It's just another song that was created when I was in Maine. I just moved back.
Oh, okay.
It just comes to me. I'll be sitting there and the melody starts coming into my head. I'll run into the studio and I'll leave everybody for about 10 hours straight. And I won't come out until it's done, because when the feeling is there and when you can feel it, when the magic is happening, you got to get it down.
Yes.
All the songs are like that. They create themselves. I don't even know where it comes from. It's just there. It just happens.
Okay.
Oh, that song, there's no inspiration. I wish I could say something brilliant, but there's really nothing. It's just a melody that pops in and it sounds cool.
It just,
So I don't know.
He oozes it.
Yeah, I don't.
well, if it comes to you as easy as 1, 2, 3, that's a hidden talent you got there. That's
Yeah.
perfect. I love that.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd be able to do this. I mean, it just happens.
That's cool. Now, have you taught anyone how to do it? As like, have you showed anybody how to do it?
Have I showed anybody how to play guitar, or how I do what I do?
How you do what you do?
Your method.
Okay, yeah, the guys in the studio, they watch me and they're always saying, "We witnessed it. We've seen the glory." I'm like, "You guys are ridiculous. I'm just playing. It just comes out." But yeah, there's a lot of people that have seen it. That's what convinced me to try it. They're like, "Chris, if this was ever on the radio, I'd listen to it. I'd buy it." I'm like,
absolutely,
all right,
absolutely.
I'll finish
I
it
love
up.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a mixture of 80s and
Has
today.
anyone?
You know, it's kind of a
There
combination.
you go. Absolutely.
A little bit of everything in there.
Yes, yes. So has anyone come to you and say that they want to take lessons from you, or would you show me how to do this?
Yeah, once in a while. If, like back in the day when I was doing tribute bands and stuff, people would approach me. It was a little ridiculous being in full makeup and costume, being Ace Frehley.
Oh, okay.
But I'd take their number and I'd help a kid. I'd show him, how to play some things and stuff where he was struggling to help him out. But I mean, try to show him how to do like all this technical stuff.
Yes.
It's something you're going to have to learn over time. You got to pick up tricks and secrets, and you just have to feel. Most important, you got to feel you're playing, not just shredding, but you got to feel it, because I mean, let's face it, Yngwie Malmsteen's phenomenal.
Oh, he is.
But
Absolutely.
after an hour of the same thing, it's like you want to hear something that's got a little feeling in it, a little melody, So I try to mix it up so it's not so boring for people to listen to.
Gotcha. Absolutely. So who would you say is your favorite shredder?
Chris Hicks.
The manager talking again. He's always telling me what to say. But I don't know. I like Zach Wilde.
Yes.
Zach is just down in the trenches. He's just kind of meat and potatoes in your face.
It's
Raw.
right there. Yes.
Yeah, he's very powerful. He's got those Marshall 800s, and it just blows the doors off everything. He's just incredible. His playing, his style is pretty awesome to me. And I like Eddie Van Halen.
Yes. Yeah, I grew up with the Van Halen boys. Absolutely. I had one of those jean notebooks. Remember how we used to be able to color and draw on it? I had Van Halen. I drew Van Halen on mine, the V8.
That's
The
cool.
flaming.
Yeah. I never did that, but I knew people in school that did.
Yes, I was one of them. It was me. Yeah.
We were part of the hairband era. That's why.
Yes, absolutely. See, my hair never went away from the 80s. Still
Yeah.
here. So, what would you say is your favorite song that you have done?
I like "Can't Stop Running."
Yes,
That one's pretty good.
I like that one too.
There's a couple.
Absolutely.
There's a couple of other ones. I like "Headless Horseman."
Yes.
That one's pretty good. And "Trainwreck." It's got kind of like a Dio feel in it. Kind of breaks down
Yes.
the keyboards and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, probably "Can't Stop Running" is probably my favorite one.
Oh, okay.
I like it because it's easier to play.
There you go.
I don't have to think so much.
There you go. It comes to you easily. I know when you play it, it just when I know when you play it, you probably just and it looks so simple, but to someone else, it's like, wow, what do you do? How do you do this? Yeah, but it's nice to see someone do this. And I would be right up there, of course, in the front row, and just jamming out, banging my head.
Yeah, I tend to forget about that a lot. And when we're rehearsing, we might have somebody come in and they'll see it for the first time, or in the studio, they'll stop by, friends of friends, and they'll come in and I'll start doing some things and then they'll just stop and they'll just watch and they'll be
So
like,
just
oh my God.
Yeah.
it's like a wow feeling.
And
It
yeah, and
really is.
I have to think to myself, I've been doing this my whole life. This is no big deal for me, but to everyone else, I mean, it's a big deal to them,
Right. For them to see it for the first time, for someone to really do that,
Yeah.
to move that fast on the guitar, it's amazing. Now, what type of guitar do you do it on any guitar, or do you have a certain special guitar, certain special strings that you use, or
I just use regular strings, regular tens, 8, 9s, and 10s.
okay,
It doesn't matter what guitar. I can play on anything. I had to grow up playing on guitars that had messed up intonation, and the frets were coming off the neck and stuff. And yeah, back when I was younger, I had to make do because nobody has any money back then. When you're a kid, you don't have anything. So
that's
I had
true.
to learn how to compensate and bend strings just to stay in tune while I'm playing.
Wow,
But yeah, I play basically Gibson
nice.
for Les Paul, and my other guitar, well, it's in New England. I got to go back. It's a Kramer, Tiger Stripe Kramer, and that's
Okay.
pretty much what you hear on a lot of the songs is the Tiger with the whammy bar. I use that.
Yes. Like that whammy bar, I think that sounds like a drill to me. Woo, woo,
Yeah.
woo. I love that. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice to have every now and then. You can add it in. I've incorporated it into my style somehow over the years.
Yes. Absolutely.
I forget about it for a while. I played in tribute bands and it's all Les Paul. Then I go back to cover bands or now original bands. I'm back to playing with a bar again. And it's like I never left. It's like playing in the 80s again in cover bands.
Yes. I mean, the 80s is in your heart. You'll never leave that. It'll stay with you. And that's perfect. Keep it alive,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, we do what we do. Everybody's into something. I like a lot of today's music. I mean, I'm into, I don't know if I'm into it, but I appreciate bands like, if you want to call them bands, Beyonce. What is that Taylor woman? Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
She's smart. She's going to run this right to the end. She's not going to stop until it starts,
Yeah.
Career only lasts so long, so.
Yeah, she's very cool. I like her style.
Yeah, she's really good. There's a lot of good musicians. It's more singer oriented today, but it's still cool.
Yes.
What I'm doing is completely different. Well, not different. I'm not reinventing the wheel, but it's I'm adding a new flavor. I'm trying to bring back a little bit of that that sound that you grew up with in the 80s, but with today's technology and today's sound. And I incorporate some of today's style of playing as well as the 80s. So you're kind of getting like a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Hopefully,
Like a blend.
hopefully people like it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, shake it in a jar, shake it up, and
Pretty
there you go.
much.
Yes. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So, what are the basics of shredding the guitar? So, basics.
Well, everybody learns the basics. I mean, you're playing a box of blues, whether it's A, B, C, D, E, it doesn't matter. You play right in the box, a blues box, and you get all your modes and your patterns down. You play in your minor, your flat thirds and fifths, your arpeggios. I don't even know what all these things are called. I just do them. Been doing them forever.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I mean, those are just the basics. Anyone that wants to learn guitar, they have to learn the chords, and then they have to learn how to be able to play in the first position, all the notes, and then they got to move it up to the next position and the next position, and so forth, all the way up the neck. And then after a while, you got to combine the whole thing,
Absolutely. Then throw it all together. Yeah. A lot of practice and practice and practice.
Yeah, because there's a lot of skipping strings and a lot of moving and sliding.
Absolutely. Excuse me. So I'd like to take this time while we have in the early part of the interview, I like to play the we have the audio. Okay, let me get back over here. I need to pull it up. Okay, so it's the audio to Into the Night, so we can show everybody or let them listen to what you do.
Sounds good.
Okay, so here we go. All right. That's amazing. I think it went over and played again because one time I had to play and it was like playing over and over. And I'm like, wow, it's just a long song. I'm like, wait a minute, it's replaying.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I like that one. That's the newest one, Into the Night.
Yep.
So cool. So cool. So what was your writing process on this song?
The writing process.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same with all songs. Come up with a melody in your head, run to the studio,
Wait.
lay it down, find a drum track, anything. Try to get the speed correct. Don't worry about it. Just get the speed down, and I play to a click, or I just play to a beat. And I get the rhythm down. Once the rhythm is down, then I go back, and then I put down the bass. So I got a full song. So I got something actually to listen to see if it's coming out the way that, I think it's going to come out.
Absolutely.
And then quickly I throw down the lead. Most of the time it's a scratch track. I got to go back later. There's a million mistakes because I'm just playing off the cuff, just trying to find what I'm hearing. And I'll throw it down. I'll fix it later once I get it down and I know what I'm doing exactly. Then I'll put it down for real. And then fix the drums, make a drum, put all the drums in there, mix it, fix it, master it, all of it.
Sounds like a lot of work, but it's worth it. I mean, that's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot of work, yeah. It's a lot of work, but it's cool. The end result is awesome sounding songs.
Absolutely. I agree there. Absolutely. Absolutely. You have some things coming in the board. Want to say hi to you. Let's see. Tim says, I can't get on here. 1 minute.
That's me. I'm answering.
Oh, okay. You got him. You got him already. You got it covered. All right. Mm-hmm. Brian said, hey there.
What's that?
Brian chimed in. Brian said, hello. Hey there. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not sure who this person is, but Facebook user, if you can let us know who you are so we know who you are and your question. What's the next step? Touring, album?
That's Ed from Canada.
Ed from Canada?
Yeah. That's Ed. What's up, Ed?
Aw. Must be your son. Hey, Dad? Son or daughter? I'm not sure.
Tanya.
Tanya? Yeah, it's daughter.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
daughter.
Tanya. Yeah, she's down in Florida right now. She's a model.
Oh, wow. Wow.
In New York City, like on the billboards and everything.
Nice. Nice. How old is she?
She's like 29.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
My daughter's 24.
I got 4 kids, so I try to remember their ages.
Oh, okay. It gets fuzzy after 18. Yeah.
It does. After a couple of kids, like, okay, how many birthdays I got to remember?
I have one. That's it. That's all I
easy.
need.
Piece
Yes.
of cake.
That's all I need. Okay, let's see. Touring in the works. Let's see. Well, hold on. Slow down.
Yep, a lot of touring in the works. Coming soon.
Okay. All righty. Okay, so I guess you're seeing all of them and your pictures and you're answering as you go along. So let me see. Of course, what makes a good shredder, shredding guitar? What makes a good shredder?
Something that's got low action that actually stays in tune, so you don't have to fight it all night long. And a decent piece of wood, have it pretty heavy, because the heavier it is, the more solid the sound's going to be. That's why everybody likes ESPs and Kramers and things that are
The more heavy the wood.
Yeah, you're going to get the best resonation, the fattest tone out of it. These kids, they buy these things that like see-through guitars, or they're like really thin, and they wonder why the sound is so thin and buzzy.
So it needs to be heavy. Got it.
Yeah, it's not great for your back, but boy, it's worth it on the sound and
the sound. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. And the speed. What speed is considered for shredding? Of course, fast, right? Of course, yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. So the tuning. What tuning is best for shredding?
Oh God, I don't know. I just keep playing in 440 standard tuning and E flat. But once in a while, I'll jump down into the drop D, but still in, E flat tuning.
Okay.
I don't get too crazy. I'm not like Jimmy Page where I'm tuning all my strings different and
Yeah.
playing weird chords and stuff.
Awesome.
Yep, just standard tuning.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, what do you plan to do with your music? Where are you going to go?
Hopefully, as far as it will go.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
yeah, I figure why not? I mean, I got all this talent. I've just been sitting on it for years.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, don't waste it. Definitely use it. Use it. Yeah.
Finally have the opportunity to actually do something.
Yes.
It's hard when you're growing up. You get pulled in different directions and
That's true. That is true.
different things happen in life, and you don't really. Well, I would have never done this if it wasn't for my manager, Tim, and a few guys in my other band there, Jeff, Joe. They all convinced me. So,
That's good. And congratulations for Curtain Call Records.
yeah, it happened.
Absolutely.
Couldn't believe it.
Yay. So happy for you.
Thanks. Those guys
You're
are.
welcome. Mm-hmm. So Brian posted here. He says he's happy. Let me see. I posted on here. I love your guitar tone and your playing is phenomenal. Yes, I agree with Brian. Absolutely.
I'll let you in a little secret. I don't really consider myself to be that great.
Yeah, it's unreal. He didn't even want to come out solo.
No, God, no. I always hide behind a singer. Always have. Now I have to be that guy.
You're that guy.
I have to be that guy now. So
He's that guy.
yeah, I guess talent just sometimes doesn't take a back seat when people actually hear it on the radio.
So now you're that guy. You're like, the master shredder now. Wow.
Yep. Now
Yeah.
I'll have to talk on the mic and say thanks for coming to the show. I like
Absolutely.
to I'm just a guitar player.
Yeah.
I mean, the singer does that.
Yeah, no more.
There's no singer in this band, so it's like, oh my God,
Sure.
I'm that guy.
No more handing it off.
No, I got to do it all.
Yes. So you got to be right there showing everybody what you do and thank you. And yeah,
Yep.
a lot of talking to all your fans, and then you're going to get more fans, and then you get a fan site. That's going to be awesome.
It's been growing pretty steady, pretty fast.
Absolutely.
We've been very fortunate, very thankful.
That's good. Well, I'm glad because you said you've been playing for a lifetime and now it's starting to pay off. So
Yeah.
there you go. Sometimes things happen like what I'm trying to say is like it happens for the right time at the right reasons at the right time time frame. So it might not have been the right time then, and it's the perfect time now.
Yeah,
So,
there's a lot of things that happen in life, and you just got to be you just got to wait your turn until you're able to. When you have everything aligned, where it's you got the talent to be able to do it and the know-how. And
absolutely, I've always wanted to do something in music. I have guitars. I never learned. I wanted to sing, never tried. Well, I can sing on my own in my house, but I wouldn't sing on the stage. I love to get on the stage, but I wouldn't sing, by myself. Let them think that because I don't think I can. But I would always wanted to do something with the music world. So this is my thing. I'll interview talent, extremely well talent like yours here.
Oh.
So
I'm sure everyone you interview is very thankful.
Oh, well, I appreciate you coming to the show and being here and talking about you, and we'll get to see you a lot more, and you'll have most of your guitar playing out there, and maybe next time there will be a next time on Front Row Promotions that you can play your music.
Sure, that would be great.
Awesome.
The manager again, he's stepping in.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, I love it. The merch. Yes.
The merch. Soon
The
coming up.
merch.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. My God. The problem we've been having with the CD is I've made so many songs,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of good ones. We don't know what should go on the CD. We're like, how do we pick 10? But yeah, we gotta get that out very, very soon.
Mm-hmm. So if you have tank tops, I'll go for those.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely, because summer's coming. Women love the tank tops. Gotta have tank tops.
We'll
I wear
definitely.
tank-
Yep.
All merchandise is in the works as we speak.
Yep.
Yay!
They're all being made right now.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So, what do you like the most about being a musician?
To be honest, it's not what you would think. I just love the guitar.
You just what would you say, the guitar?
Yeah, I just like playing the guitar. I always have. I know a lot of guys are probably in it for different reasons, but I mean, I've always just been the guy that loves and enjoys making music and playing music. So
There you go. And that's what matters, you know.
yeah,
That's what makes you happy. Mm-hmm.
it shows me at an early age. I didn't choose it.
Oh wow.
So
It
I
came to you.
yeah, I was like, I got memories of being 4 or 5 years old, and my parents had headphones on me, and he had a record room with records all over the place, and there I am with this guitar that it was his guitar. It was way too big for me. I'm holding it. Of course, I couldn't play anything, but I was trying to strum it and trying to play it, and that's how they knew. They're like, oh boy.
Oh, here we go. Oh no, is your father a good in the music?
Yeah, my father's actually a pretty good guitar player. He's got rhythm down pretty good.
Nice.
And that's where we went. I was like 10, 11 maybe, and he bought his own acoustic. And we were both playing rhythm together, and little by little, I was learning how to play leads. And
That is so cool.
yeah, he'd stop playing because he'd start laughing. He's like, oh, there you go with all your fancy stuff again.
So it just came to you. It was
Yeah,
like
it started coming early with Pink Floyd, Cheap Trick, the Cars, I just picked it up. I could play by ear. I could hear it. It got to the point where I can see the chords. I can see the flow of the notes going. Yeah.
very talented. Someone said here, gifted. You were gifted. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then yes, if you were gifted, like you have that, you can't ignore it. You have to run with it. You have to take and run with that. I would. If that hit me, I definitely I would love to sing, but yeah, I won't quit my day job.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's the music business. It's not easy.
No, absolutely
It's one
not.
of the hardest things that you can try to accomplish.
Yeah.
So you really got to stand out in some way, some form. So hopefully people like it. It's all I can ask for.
Absolutely. And if they don't, something's wrong with them because your music's amazing. Yes.
That's what they
Amazing.
say.
That's the word, 10 or more.
I just shake my head. I'm like, I don't know where it comes from. I guess God. I don't know. It pops in my head, and I just go do it, and voila, comes out like a cake. 3 days later, it's done.
Bam. I love that.
Yeah.
If you could describe, if you had one word to describe you as a musician, what would it be? Just one word.
Shy.
You're shy.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. But through the music, it comes through alive. It's just like powerful.
Yeah. When I get playing and I got a few thousand people in front of me, I get to jump on the PA system and it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turn into somebody else. I develop all this confidence. I don't know where it comes from. I just do.
Oh, is that adrenaline rush? Yeah.
It's a switch. I go from this guy to all of a sudden the rock star guy.
Yeah. Just like that.
Yep.
I like that.
It sounds weird, but that's what happens.
That's true. You can see it when it happens.
Yeah, you can see it when it happens. It's noticeable.
Oh, okay. So you've got to come to Baltimore so I can see you in action.
That would be great.
Absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely. So you guys are planning the tour as we speak?
We're not touring yet, but
Okay.
we got things in the works. We got Sturgis and Rocklahoma hopefully next time around, and yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that's coming up. I can't think of them all, but
Oh, sweet.
it's
Okay.
coming up. Plus, Certain Call Records, they're working on stuff for us too.
Absolutely. They're good people over there.
And we are trying to come towards East Coast, so
Yeah, we'll definitely come up to the East Coast. Absolutely.
Can't wait. So when you do, you have to send me a text and say, I'm coming your way. I'm like, all right.
you'll have to run your show from backstage.
Yeah.
There you go. Woo!
I know we're from Ohio and everything, but you can probably tell that I'm from New England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I hear a little accent back there.
yeah, can't help it. It's in Massachusetts, the car.
That's okay. It's cute. I like it. It's nice. Mhm. So, if you weren't a musician, what do you think you would be doing? What profession do you think you would be doing?
I'd be a book reader.
A book reader? Okay.
I'm just
Look at that.
He'd work at McDonald's.
honestly probably an astronaut.
Oh, no. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah,
Mm,
I really don't know what I'd be doing. I've done a lot
yeah.
of different things, so um, God, what the heck would I be doing if I wasn't doing music?
Last opinion, the way you refurb houses, you'd probably be.
Yeah, nobody knows that about me. I'm kind of like a semi-professional carpenter. I flip houses.
Yeah.
So I move around quite a bit.
Okay.
Hopefully not have to anymore. So
Right. Sounds good.
yeah. So I do that in spare time. I wreck my fingers, I bang them, I smash them.
Ouch.
And then I got to go out and I got to stop playing. I'm like, why do I put myself through this?
Gotcha.
But you got to pay the bills, you know?
Absolutely. So, do you have any while you were touring with the other like tour what do you call it, the cover bands and the tribute bands, do you have any stories you'd like to share?
Oh, geez.
Keep them clean.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the things that are clean. I got a lot of stories.
Some that can't be told.
I told you I was shy.
Yes.
Well, all the other guys weren't.
Oh, okay.
We had a phenomenal time. Back in the 90s, we toured a lot of the U.S., seeing the Grand Canyon, playing up in Alberta, Canada, way up in British Columbia.
Oh, okay.
We played over California, Hollywood, North Hollywood. We had Michael J. Fox show up. Arnold Schwarzenegger showed up. We had Gene Simmons of the Kiss Group. I believe he was there. The guitar player of Megadeth was there that night too.
Wow.
That was for Destroyer, correct?
Yeah, that was for the Kiss tribute. We were number one in the U.S. for a while before all the Kiss tributes started coming in. Then Hotter Than Hell and Parasite, all the Love Gun, a whole bunch of others came out and flooded the market. But we were probably the first 5 to come out at the time. Destroyer was a very good band. Probably the most professional band I've ever been in. They had it together. I mean, they had a great agency, Wolfman Jack, Flashback Entertainment out of Florida.
Oh, yeah.
That was years ago, but that was an agency, and they did a really good job. We had a lot of fun doing that. I didn't particularly like wearing makeup.
It's hot underneath of there, huh?
First gig, 4.5 hours trying to put it on.
Oh, no.
4.5 hours, yeah. And by the end of the tour, I think 3 months later, I had it under 45 minutes. I ended up being the second fastest guy in the band. But it's
there you go. Did you have fans and stuff like that to help out with it being?
Yeah. It's ridiculous. I think about it now. I can't believe I put myself through it. But all the
Yeah.
explosions, the fire breathing, the smoking guitar, and
Oh my God.
yeah, it was an enormous show. I mean, it took a lot to move the show around and to do it. The costumes were right, spot on. The
Yeah.
mood, the vocals, everything was perfect.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
Aussie bands were awesome too, but that was a lot easier. I could just tromp around like Zach Wild, you know, wear a wig and wear some leather
Shred.
and just shred. And it's in my style, so it was pretty easy to do. That was fun too.
Cool. It sounds like it would be fun having to do like some type of tribute, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, people back then seemed to really respect that kind of thing. They really, my God, they treated you like you're the real thing. You'd show up at these places. Oh my God, it's Ace. I'm like, it's just me. I'm just Chris. Here's a big platter of food. Anything you want. I'm like, what?
Wow, they treated you like that you were the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, we were all over the place. Yeah.
Wow.
It
That's
was
so
fun.
cool. Hmm.
Now I get to be myself,
That's right.
which is great.
And that's best. That's you'll be coming out and showing the world just what you do.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff right there. Yes.
Hoping everyone loves it. I think it's pretty good.
I think it is too. I think they will. I'm sure they will. And also I wanted to tell you too, feel free to post anything and everything, all your music on my page.
Okay.
And we'll definitely keep reposting, putting it out there,
Okay.
Definitely get you noticed. Absolutely.
That would be great. Thank you. Yep.
You're welcome. Absolutely. So what hobbies do you do when you're not doing music?
What's that?
What hobbies? What do you do in your downtime? Like when you're not, aside from music, what do you do?
Play my guitar.
Play your guitar. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. I just knew it.
Oh, God. I don't know. It's.
That's okay.
I
Isn't
like to hang out and have family time. I enjoy
Yeah.
having my family over on Friday nights. My parents live out here. My son lives out here. We have a great time.
That's
I love
absolutely,
playing.
that's important.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hmm.
So I like to do that and spend time with the wife.
Absolutely. That's very important. Yes.
Yeah, just regular life stuff, going out, enjoying life.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool. Good. So how would your previous bandmates describe you and your work ethic?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous?
Yeah,
Why is that?
berserk. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably because I'm the guy that always shows up. I'm the guy that's always there. People in life, there's people that really want something, and there's people that just wing it and they give 50% to it. I'm the guy that's always gave 100% to it.
Absolutely.
So they always know what they're going to get when they get me. Chris, we need you. Learn these 40 songs. I know you got this. I need you. We lost our guitar player. Can you do this? You got 2 days. I don't even grab the guitar. I just listen. That's
Just
it.
here.
Listen to the music, and I envision and see where all the chord changes are, and then the leads, and then do it. Then I'll be playing
Wow.
Candlebox, Alice in Chains, all that stuff.
Just by listening, you can see it, feel it,
Yep.
and then you play it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Just because I've done it so long, it's developed to that point. Yeah.
It's like the back of your hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's very cool. I like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Brian wants to know when you're coming to Florida.
Is that where Brian is right now?
Yeah, he's in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah.
Tell him to book us a couple of shows down there, and we'll come right down.
He's listening. They're on.
There you go. Hear that, Brian? Ding,
You
ding,
hear that,
ding.
Brian?
Right, book us, baby.
Book us a few shows down in Myrtle Beach or on our way down, and
Myrtle, then I can go.
yeah, you do a little bit of golfing while I'm playing.
There we go.
Hey, there
It'll
you
work
go.
out.
2 in 1. You can't win. I mean, you can't lose. Oh man, I'm having an off day. You can't lose. You can only win. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's funny.
Mm. So, what qualities do you think make a great musician?
Oh, that's super easy. A guy that's not all strung out, a guy that's talented, a
Mm-hmm.
guy that shows up,
Mm-hmm.
a guy that doesn't have a million things going on in his life that he's actually got time to commit. That's all you need in being able to play. I mean, I don't expect people to be, like phenomenal or anything. They just have to be able to play decent. I mean, most of the world that listens to bands, a lot of the players they're good players.
Yes.
But you don't have to be phenomenal at everything you do. And you can just be a rhythm player, or you can just be a bass player, and let the singer shine, or whatever. You don't have to be that incredible to do good at it. You just have to show up. You have to want it.
No egos.
Yeah. The ego stuff, that's
true.
18-year-old kids,
Yep, no ego.
There's
Yeah,
a
those
million.
egos get in the way of a lot of things, and then their head swells, and then they're thinking they're better than everybody else, and then there's fights, and it doesn't work.
I remember that happening when I was trying out for bands back in the day, and I'm like, dude, there's a million guys that can play just as good as you, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
You could always be. Yep.
I know. Next is another guy waiting.
Exactly. They're waiting to take your lead. There you go. So, what do you do prior to a show to be prepared to play?
I've never done nothing special. It's not a brilliant answer. Yeah, I mean, if you want to really know the truth, probably just get ready in the dressing room, wait for the crowd to develop, and maybe pound a beer or take a shot before you go on.
There you go.
And walk up to the stage and give it everything that you got, because they paid good money to see you.
Absolutely. Give it your all.
Yep.
All your energy. Feel that energy. Absolutely. Yes.
It's what I've always done. And it works. A lot of people end up remembering you because of it.
Yes. Can you remember when he did this? Remember when he spun around? And
I can't even remember it. I know. They're like, remember when you fell? In all that fog and costume on stage in where was it? Nevada, someplace, Reno.
Oh no!
I can't even see the stage. They fogged it so bad.
Oh
like,
no!
Oh my God, Ace really went down. There he goes.
Oh no! Yeah. You couldn't see nothing. All that fog. I'm sure it was like.
Oh, it's crazy. They used to fog it so much you couldn't see anything. Then the lights would come on and be like, all right.
Where am I at? Where am I at?
Where are the people? And then you see them. There are all those people. Like, okay, we're all set.
No.
I'd love to get a shot. What's that?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say I'd like to give a shout out to my band because they're not here. And,
okay.
They're great guys. Bass player Jeff, phenomenal bass player.
Absolutely.
My rhythm player, couldn't ask for a better dude. The guy's awesome.
Nice.
And I'm trying to think of who my drummer is. Oh, yeah. Charlie. We got Charlie on drums. Yeah. Mr. Charlie Divine.
Divine. Yes, yes.
The guy's played in Quiet Riot. He's played with some pretty heavy hitters.
Nice.
A few good bands. Yep. So
very cool.
Very glad to have these guys. I moved all the way back out to Ohio just to be here with these guys, to put this band back together.
Yes.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah. As soon as they signed us with certain call, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to sell the house and move back to Ohio because that's where the band is. Got to get ready to tour.
Wow.
And the guys waited for me. They didn't jump in any other bands. They waited because they knew. They're like, Chris is going to do it. He's going to get it. And it happened. I got it. I was like, yeah. Way to go. Call.
There you go. See? Things happen for a reason, and in certain timing, the timing has to be right there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Just the right time. It just happened.
The right time and the right ear.
Yes.
You probably know my manager by now, Mr. Tim Beater.
Yes, I think we've just become friends on Facebook. Hello, hello. Nice to meet you. Yay.
Spends his life golfing when he's not with us.
Oh,
You do a lot of business on the golf course.
Yeah, he does.
that's cool.
I've got
Very-
all good guys. No druggies, no messed up dudes, no egos, just all mellow, easy-going,
Real music.
talented, real musicians.
Yeah.
There you go. And couldn't ask for anything else, anything better.
No.
Mm-mm. So if you could take a band with you on tour,
Yep.
who would it be?
The Dead Daisies.
Oh, they're good. Yeah, the Dead Daisies.
Yeah, I was talking with them the other day. It's hopefully,
There you go. Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. But yeah, that would be a band that I would love to open for.
That's cool.
They're all great guys.
Nice. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see. Who was your favorite band growing up? And maybe it still is your favorite band.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite band. Never did.
Okay.
I listened to a lot of Kiss growing up when I had 8 tracks and cassettes.
I love it. I remember those 8 tracks. They were so cool.
Yeah, we had them all. Then I moved on to Cheap Trick and the Cars and Pink Floyd and the Doors and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't really have a favorite, but I mean, my top ones would probably be like Kiss, Ozzy, Crew, Def Leppard, bands like that. Arena bands. I like arena.
Yes. Very cool. Very cool. So what advice would you give to someone starting out?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. No, don't do it.
All right. Well, as we conclude this show, good night, everybody.
You wanted me to be honest.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
It's hard because there's a lot of luck involved. I mean, you can be
Yeah.
a really great player or you can have a really great band. You can spend 20 years of your life like all my friends in New Hampshire and Massachusetts have, and they're still trying. None of them are signed. It's unfortunate, but I guess all you can do is just believe in yourself and do everything that you can do to try to make it the best you can. So people will finally find you, the right people that will believe in you, that realize we got something here. You know, this is something that we can push. This is something that we can get behind. These guys are serious and they sound fantastic. You got to have that. If you don't have that and you don't got good songs, you don't got anything. Got to have good songs.
Yes, you have to have some song that's going to grab them.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like, wow, did you hear this? Or wow, that song right there, that part in that song goes, you know, whatever it is, it's got to grab them.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the same for me. I listen to a new band on the radio and I hear a song. I'm like, wow. God, I haven't heard anything sound this good in years. This is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I'll look them up and I'll thank them. I'm like, thank you for bringing this stuff back, or thank you for, you know, this incredible song. I found it by accident on Spotify. It's phenomenal. You guys are great. And once in a while, they're right back. You know, who are you? Thank you. They'll give me a thumbs up or something, you know.
There you go. There you go. So if you can plug all your socials, if people, you know, where can people find you?
All over. I'm on Facebook everywhere. YouTube, you can find me on there. Got songs on there. Instagram, I'm on TikTok.
Every downloadable music.
Every downloadable thing. I guess if you just push in Chris Hicks
Project.
or Chris Hicks Project into Google,
Mhm.
a whole list will come up.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
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 I've had to learn the power of social media
There
within my
you
recording skills.
go. Yes. Well, I'm telling you, keep plugging. Excuse me, I lost my breath there. Keep plugging away. Keep posting away. Posting on Front Row Promotions.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And definitely we'll get you heard. Definitely when I see good talent like this, I definitely got to let everybody else know. And yeah, there you go. Merchandise.
Chris,
So how much are your shirts?
we don't know yet. They're being made.
They're being made a whole pile, all sides.
But they will not be outrageous.
No, they'll be
Okay.
reasonable.
Yep.
Everything that we do is going to be reasonable.
Yep.
We're not going to be one of those bands that $50 for that. You
Like,
kidding
oh
me?
my God.
Everything's
Yeah.
not so much these days. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're thinking of everybody and all our fans.
Yeah. I'm appreciative to anyone that shows. I love my fans.
Absolutely. You know, everybody, and that's what we're here for. We're here for you, and definitely I want to see you get out there, and I want everybody to see who you are. That's what I want. Yeah. All right.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for coming to Front Row Promotions. Is there anything else you want to tell your fans or tell anybody out here?
Buy the record.
You can do it. Buy his.
Coming out really soon in Certain Call Records. Certain Call. Curtain
Call.
Yeah, they'll be the ones that will put it out.
Okay. Is it going to be the record? It's going to be vinyl? Is it going to be CD, cassettes? Mm-hmm.
Probably be CD, but we are working on the possibility of doing vinyl.
Yes.
I love vinyl. Remember back in the day, we went to these record stores and, searched for, you knew the one was coming out and you're like, oh, here it is. I got it. And
Yeah.
No, I wanted to put out some vinyl because there are a lot of collectors out there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
vinyl's cool. I like vinyl. You get to open it up and see a picture of the band.
yeah, I love the art stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's nice to have something tangible instead of just using your phone to scan a code and you got it.
There you go.
You can do that too.
But you can do that too. We're going to have all the.
that.
We're even going to have T-shirts. You'll just scan it and you'll have it.
That's right.
There you go.
Everything. Oh yeah.
Mum's the word.
I know, right?
Mom's the word. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go for now, but you're definitely coming back to Front Row Promotions.
Okay.
And definitely love to hear you play some music.
Definitely.
All right.
I have an amp in the studio right now. It's in the rehearsal space.
Gotcha. Hi.
Guy's a ham. He's the one that should be on camera, not me.
There you go. Uh-oh.
I'm just the guy that makes the music.
That's right. And boy, does it.
I appreciate all that you do. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much. I'm trying to get my hand signals. Here we go. This and then this. There we go. Ah! All righty.
Thank you. And thank you to the fans and anyone that stopped in to listen. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So thank you all for watching tonight. Thank you for seeing an amazing interview with Chris Hicks. And you'll catch his stuff coming out. And please listen and please check on Front Row Promotions and you will see all his music. You'll love it. So, but thank you all and support live music in the making, music everywhere. Front Row Promotions. Bye now.
Rock on.
Rock on.
Front Row Promotions, supporting and promoting musicians around the globe.